Thank you very much, Bruce. And let me go to the 3 points you raised at the outset. I fully agree with you that a renewed global partnership for development is different and not to be replaced by the multi-stakeholder partnership, which is hugely important. And our experience from health in the last 10 years is that oftentimes these multi-stakeholder partnerships are issue-related, either maternal, child health, and so there is that difference but complementarity. Now, you asked 2 questions. How multi-stakeholder partnership, what are the things that need to be in place for them to be successful? And then how do you solve concrete problems? Let me make it real for you. In the last 10 years, WHO, along with countries and partners, have implemented many health MDG-related multi-stakeholder partnership. And I will quote some of them, and to illustrate very correctly reinforcing the points made by this morning's 2 very succinct and useful presentation by the President of the UN General Assembly's office, as well as by the representative from Ethiopia, which we heard. Now, WHO working with partners at the country level, especially through the International Health Partnership Plus. This is a platform where we promote aid effectiveness and walk our talk about country ownership, and at the same time being inclusive. And we propose the 3 ones: 1 plan, 1 monitoring and evaluation, and 1 report, so that all partners rally around the country's health sector plan instead of duplication, fragmentation, having parallel systems. Is it easy? No, it's difficult, but we are making good progress. And we do regular review, and it is insightful with this review. The recipient countries allow me to use those terms, and they move faster and learn faster than the development partners, meaning the donors, than the UN agencies. And at the beginning, this IHP Plus, when it was launched in 2007, during my first year as Director General of WHO, together with World Bank Vice President, involving many partners, many countries, the civil society was actually quite apprehensive. But then over time, this IHP Plus has proven its value added. And the developing or recipient countries like it. Why? Because they do joint programming, and countries put resources around that plan, and they monitor results, and also including an element of independent evaluation. That, in effect, the countries tell us, IHP Plus became a third-party endorsement. And that built trust and confidence in the donor community so that they can continue to put resources into that. And I have to tell you, IHP Plus is not easy, but I think over the course of time we have learned it. Nobody likes to be coordinated. And it's just like milking mice and herding cats. But I think this cat is running along quite well. Now, another health MDG partnership I like to share with you is Gavi, the Global Alliance for Vaccine. I think this is a very important partnership because it believes in the comparative advantage of partners. UNICEF is being the leader in procurement, and WHO provide the technical norms and standards, and we pre-qualify the vaccines that are made in India, made in developing countries. So to enable them to enter the global market, we stand behind the safety, quality, and efficacy of the vaccines. So this is a partnership that does not compete. So it makes sure its partner play ball and before they can get funding to do their work. It also brings in partnerships from the North and the South. And that's a good point. The third point I like about this Gavi partnership is exit strategy. Exit strategy. Countries are helped and given a push. They are not, countries don't like charity. They like to be supported. So Gavi, over time, when the government's economic development has achieved a certain level, they will say to the government, okay, Minister of Finance, please take steps gradually to make sure you provide your own resources for immunization. Now, another important partnership is the Every Woman, Every Child, which is launched by the Secretary General to solve exactly what you say, a very difficult problem. Of all the health MDGs, MDG 5, MMR, is moving the slowest. The number was intractable. Far too many women die from giving birth. So, Mr. Secretary General, and of course, you know, the Muskoka Initiative in 2010 paved the way. The Every Woman, Every Child bring together a lot of partners, and a couple of important partners, of course, is Partnership for Maternal, Newborn, and Child Health, as well as the UN Foundation. So it's a very inclusive partnership. What did it do? Raise awareness on a neglected, slow-moving health MDG, re-galvanize political leadership, bring in more money, engaging the private sector. Flowing from this Every Woman, Every Child initiative or partnership, we set up two important initiatives, which is the Commission on Commodities that saved the life of women giving birth. We noticed that 10, 11 of those essential commodities, they are so cheap, so affordable, and yet they are not accessible in the clinic where women go to deliver their baby. So those simple stuff to stop women from dying from hemorrhage, agents, medical agents to prevent infection and sepsis in children and so on. So that is also one family planning commodities as well. Then we also have a Commission for Information and Accountability. Why is it so important? Because we believe that we need regular review to track promises of development partners. When they say, I give you $1 billion, are they reprogramming? Are they real money? So we need to do that. And the second thing is we also need to track countries that are receiving resources. Are they using the resources to save the life of women and children instead of sending it to someplace else? You know what I mean? So, so this is a very important built-in accountability system to measure all partners involved. What else did I? Oh, another important partnership is UNITAID. UNITAID, this is solving the financing gap. It's an innovative financing mechanism where France and Brazil, the two former presidents, initiated using air ticket levy to raise a small percentage of that and put those funds to purchase medicines for the health MDGs. So that is one. Of course, the biggest partnership in the health MDG is the Global Fund. And the Global Fund is an excellent mechanism leveraging on the generosity of many countries, US, Germany, France, the big donors, UK, to put the money to good use to save lives of people suffering from HIV, TB, and malaria. Now, the restructuring of the Global Fund is very good. The former formulation did not really exercise the complementarity of partners' comparative advantage well enough. What do I mean by that? They duplicate the technical agency's work. So the board of the Global Fund make it change so that it will do its focus on its main function and allow the partners within the Global Fund to play their technical role or procurement role and so on. So in a nutshell, that's a long way to explain to you some of the legacy in terms of multi-stakeholder partnership from the health MDGs in the last 10 years or so. They are not perfect, but they are wonderful. We evolve as we move along and continuously to improve on that. So you may ask, what is the role of WHO? We don't actually do much. No, that's a joke. No, that's a joke. WHO exercise its convening role. and we host some of these important partnerships. And we host them until they mature, they leave us. So just like children, you know. We are not the godmother, I hate to say that. We're the midwives to deliver Gavi. We hosted Global Fund. But when they mature, they want to take a new direction, which WHO cannot support, then we support them to become a Swiss NGO to continue to provide their service. So our convening power, and we use our technical standards and norms so that all partners, will not debate and argue what is good for treating a woman with hemorrhage, during childbirth. So, well, to tell you, women are wonderful people, but when you have a big group of them together, they can't even agree how to treat, women, antenatal, postnatal, and what are the essential things. Eventually, we get the women together, and they were happy. And pre-qualification. So how can we promote industry, local industry in developing country, and enable them to enter into the global market to drive down the price of commodities so that it is much more affordable for the countries themselves, but more importantly, also supporting what I call the purchasing power, or expanding the purchasing power of development partners. For example, Gavi, the money from US, UK, others, it may cost you $1 to buy one vaccine, or 3, and we can drive it down to 1 because of the pre-qualification program. So our contribution to the development partners is really to stretch their money so that they can improve the coverage and access of their commodities to the countries' people in need. So I think I have taken a lot of time to share with you some of the success stories and the lessons learned and how those can be done in practice, and reinforce the points that were made at the presentations this morning. But I have to tell you one thing. I have not seen any of those partnership encapsulating all the principles. And they do have some important elements, but they don't have all the elements, precisely because you need to ask, what is the purpose of the multi-stakeholder partnership, and what do you want to achieve? So those principles and lessons learned should be guiding principle for future multi-stakeholder partnership, but you don't have to deliver on every count of it. Country ownership, accountability, but some key principles that you cannot miss. So, thank you.